What's up, everybody? Welcome to iOS 3 Raw TV. Well, this video is a very different video, and I feel like it's time to make it, okay? This has to be made because people are starting to wake up now, and let's just get into it. First of all, this is not a fitness video. Second of all, these are not my opinions. These are not the way that I feel about things. These are not my views. These are facts based on logic and what's happening now in the world, right? So let's take it one step at a time. So right now, a big thing in America, I don't know, maybe against the world too, but really in America is tolerance, right? Tolerance of other people's religions, races, beliefs, pretty much everything. The way they dress, tolerance of their, what they identify sexually, everything. Tolerance, tolerance, tolerance. And they ram this down everybody's throat like we got to tolerate. But then the people that are telling us that we need to tolerate are actually preaching conformity, right? So let me explain. If you really look at this, take all the mainstream media, forget all that shit, put it all aside and look at it like this. If someone tells you that you have to be accepting of gay people, right? Gay people, they want you to be accepting of them. Of course, everybody wants to be accepted. But there are also people saying, well, it's not right not to like a gay person. We shouldn't be like that. You shouldn't be like that. They're telling you you shouldn't feel the way you feel. Here's the thing. How would those people like it if you told them how to feel? They wouldn't like it. So they're trying to get you to conform to their beliefs, which they believe gay people shouldn't be criticized. Gay people shouldn't be looked down upon. This person because of the color of their skin. White people shouldn't be looked down upon, or they should be looked down upon. There are people saying stuff like white people should be looked down upon. Or it could be anything. It'd be like, well, you're this religion. Well, you know what? That religion's not a good religion. It's like, well, here's the thing. They preach so much conformity. They're trying to get you to conform to their beliefs because they believe it and they don't like what you believe. Now, here's the problem that I have. And again, these are not my views. These are not my beliefs. You have people that want you to not think for yourself. Here's the thing about America, right? If we're in America, we're in a free country. People preach that every day. I'm in a free country, free America, freedom of speech, freedom of the press, freedom of this, freedom of everything, freedom, right? But then they want you to not have your own opinion based on what you feel. But that's the whole point of being an American in a free country, right? So if you don't like the way someone dresses, right, and you say, I don't like the way that fucking person dresses, right? You're not supposed to feel like that because you're supposed to be accepting. You're supposed to be tolerant. There's the big thing now is transgender athletes. If you feel like transgender athletes shouldn't compete in the sport that is the other given gender, then you're a bigot, you're a fascist, you're this, you're that, but you still have an opinion. The people calling you a fascist and bigot and racist and all these things, they have an opinion. And they want you to agree with their opinion, or you're a fascist, you're a bigot, or whatever. Here's the thing. Everybody's entitled to feel every way, however way they want to. So that means, when you're preaching tolerance, you're preaching, do what I want you to do. Think how I want you to think. You know how you really preach tolerance? You let everybody do their own fucking thing. You let everybody make their own fucking choices. Now, I'm all for doing your own thing as long as it doesn't interfere with someone else or hurt someone else, okay? A perfect example is we have a movement where they have the Black Power fist, right? It's like the Black Panther fist. It's a movement for African Americans, black people, right? I don't have a problem with that. But if I say I have no problem with the white power thing, fuck, I'm a racist, I'm this, that, and the other thing. Why can't I have no problem with either one? Because if you're supporting one, I get it. I get to go back to slavery. I get all that stuff. But we're in now. We're going into 2020. And a person sitting inside their house, as long as they don't go outside of their house and hurt someone based on their race or their religion or whatever, have the right to feel and think however the fuck they want. Stop the hate? You can't. You will never stop the hate. Telling people to stop the hate is like, I want to control you so you don't hate anymore. You can't do that. The only way that you stop the hate is stop it yourself. Say, hey, these are my beliefs. Whatever the fuck you do, I don't care. As long as you don't hurt anyone, I don't care. There's always going to be people that hate black people. There's always going to be people that hate white people. There's always going to be people that hate Asian people. There's always going to be people that hate gay people. It's never going to change because those are individuals that have their own beliefs. They have their own ways of thinking. The only way to change that is to change their way of thinking. Why would you want to change someone's way of thinking when they don't want to think like you? They think for themselves. They think like themselves. And you're trying to change them based on actions, based on bullying. That's a fucking big thing. Trying to bully them into thinking the way you do. Like, vegan thing is a perfect example. There are vegans that feel like none of us should eat meat ever, right? So they actually go in front of a restaurant and line up so you can't walk in the restaurant because they serve meat. That is not preaching tolerance. That's preaching conformity. They're trying to get you to conform to their beliefs by making you not be able to get into that restaurant and have that restaurant closed down by not having any customers because they stopped it. You are peacefully protesting, forcefully getting people to conform to what you want based on your beliefs. Every single person in America, I'm sorry, has the right to religion, has the right to eat what they want, has the right to hate who they want based on their fucking looks, height, sex, race, color. It doesn't matter. They have the right to love who they want based on their looks, height, sex, race, color, everything. They have those rights. You are trying to take people's rights away by telling them, we feel like this group of people feels like this, and this should be like this. We want this, so therefore you should. That is trying to turn the world into that one world order, that one way of thinking, one government, one religion, one everything. By you preaching not to feel that the way that they feel, not to have the views that they have, is you preaching a one world organization, which you might feel is really good. Well, it's just the best way to think, though. It's good for people. Well, what if the person that you don't agree with, they believe in that one way of thinking? They believe in a one world order in their views, and they forced it on you, and your entire views, the way you think about things, the way you act, everything was wiped out, and you had to be like them. How would you feel then? Oh, I'll fight till the death. Well, what do you think these other people are doing when you try to force shit on them? My thing is, if you want to put out information, that's fine. If you want to put out things where you say, hey, we want to peacefully get together and just talk. We want to get to know one another. You know, these are your beliefs. Well, why? Tell me why. Let's have a discussion about it. Let's really actually connect on a level where we can actually try to understand each other, because tolerance is understanding. It's not forcefully pushing people into your opinion based on politics, race, religion, fucking sexuality. That's not what it is. Tolerance is not, well, I see them and I just fucking tolerate them. That's not what it is. Tolerance is understanding what that person is thinking, going through in their views, not agreeing with it, but being like, hey, that's cool, they're doing their thing. That's what tolerance really is. And we're not getting that. I guarantee this fucking comment section is going to fucking light up like a fucking Christmas tree while people tell me I'm wrong. You know what? Put yourself in the other person's shoes for once. Okay, I do the vegan thing because we're a fitness channel, and that kind of, it clicks with many people like that, right? But maybe I don't want to be a vegan. So why should I have people try to force me into being vegan? The vegans don't like it when we tell them that you have to eat meat. They lose their fucking minds. But they feel like it's their fucking job to push their views on people that eat meat. Meat eaters honestly wouldn't say a fucking word at all about anything. They don't give a fuck about vegans. They don't give a shit what vegans do. Vegans cannot live with the fact that someone doesn't agree with their lifestyle based on animals. They don't see it the same. You will never sit down with somebody and change their fucking mind by arguing with them because you want them to see it your way. They may be able to see your point. That doesn't mean you're going to fucking change their mind. They have their own mind. They're their own individual. Like, people don't understand this. They want to stop racism. Listen, you will never, ever, in the history of fucking the universe, ever stop racism. If you think you are, you're full of shit and you don't understand. Because even if everybody to your face acted like they fucking got along with everybody, and they loved every race, and everybody was brothers and sisters, and they agreed on it, when that fucking door closes, they will say and do whatever the fuck they want in their own houses, and you can't do shit about it. What you do is what has happened before, is it pushes it fucking underground. Like, all this white supremacist stuff, I don't know shit about it. I don't know about the KKK, whatever it is. But I do know that it's coming out more and more now because there's different sides of these fucking arguments starting to fight. Before that, I didn't really see much of that shit. I mean, maybe it's where I grew up. I don't know. But the bottom line is that white racist or the white supremacist or racism or whatever the fuck it is, that was so far underground because it was pushed underground. And it was like, you didn't know what the fuck was going on, right? All of a sudden now they're coming out marching and shit because why? Because they're trying to fight back against people trying to push back against their fucking ideology. So you have these two sides fucking fighting. My thing is, honestly, if I'm a white person and a black person hates me, why do I give a fuck? Why do I give a fuck if it's because of the color of my skin? Why do I give a fuck? What am I going to do? Change their mind? Why? They're totally 100%, a black person is 100% totally entitled to their opinion based on my skin, hair color, height, eye color. It doesn't fucking matter whether I'm fat, tall, skinny. It does not matter. They are entitled to their opinion, the way they feel, and their beliefs based on the fact that they live in America, period. Why would I fight with someone and say, no, you have to accept the fact that I'm white? It doesn't fucking matter to me. I don't care. You hate me because I'm white? Cool. What do you want me to do about it? I'm not going to sit there and fight for the rest of my life. Martin Luther King, all these people. We're still dealing with it. All I did was drive it fucking underground, and now it's starting to come back out again. And people are like, oh, it's still alive. It was always alive. Racism was always alive. It never fucking died. It got pushed underground by people trying to push their beliefs. Now, I don't believe that you should go out and harm someone because of the color of their skin. I don't believe you should go out there and antagonize people or bully them or any shit like that at all. I don't believe anybody should be fucked with based on their height, religion, their skin color, whatever. But I do believe fucking everybody has a right to feel how they feel about anything based on their life, their choices, their decisions, their views. You cannot fight with people to make them see your point. If you want to put out information, the people that are looking for information to change their lives will find it, okay? You do not have to show up at a protest, like vegans show up at a protest for fucking, at an animal fucking slaughter facility. Show up there and, oh, we're going to protest. People know animals die in there. People know they're for food. People know. That's what it's called. It's like the slaughterhouse. They already know. What are you pointing out? They're such bad people. Guess what? They don't see themselves as bad people. They see you as a bad person fucking with them trying to change their mind. That's what they see. And then they promote that against you and you promote this against them. It's like, if you said, you know what, I'm vegan, I don't believe in that, you're not going to save all the fucking animals. That's just all there is to it. If you think you're fucking insane if you think that's going to happen. You're fucking tweaked to the next power if you think you're going to just all of a sudden go out there and fucking start power to the fucking animals and turn everybody vegan. It's not going to happen. Veganism is not fucking new. Okay? It's just a new fucking twist on it nowadays for social media because many people think that if I go out and say I'm fucking vegan or I support the animals or whatever, people will like me. Okay? People will get on board. I'll have followers. Okay? People will buy my products. People will back me. And then silently what they do is kind of trickle off over time and start eating meat again. So it's not even real. Like, you're fighting for shit that's not even real. Like, I know people out there right now that are fucking arguing about meat and fucking plants. For what? Eat your meat, eat your plants, shut the fuck up. Like, dude, you know, if you want to put, like, I put my stuff on my own thing. I don't go to anybody's page. I don't go to anybody's fucking rallies or events to fucking try to fuck with them. I don't go to vegan restaurants to say you guys should fucking serve meat. I don't go to meat restaurants to say you should serve fucking vegans. Everybody doing their own fucking thing. There's enough room in the whole fucking world for all of us to get along and be fine. The problem is we're so egotistical as human beings that we're trying to force other human beings to conform. We're not trying to tolerate. We're not trying to teach tolerance. We're trying to teach conformity in the guise of tolerance so that people don't realize what the fuck is happening and they're getting controlled and shifted into that one world organization type mentality. One religion, right? One way of government, one way of thinking. It's never going to fucking happen. There's too many differences in people. And it's like, well, you know, that's the old school way of thinking. Now we have these younger generation. Are you fucking kidding me? We've gone from like 150 fucking years to now, and guess what? Racism is still there. People not wanting to eat animals is still there. People making fun of people that are obese is still there. When I was a little fucking kid, the little rascals used to pick on the fat kid. Spanky, they used to fuck him up, right? Curly, the guy in the Three Stooges, that was like the fucking 50s or whatever, 40s, 50s, whatever. They used to fuck with him. People have been fat shaming since the beginning of fucking, when people got fat. I don't know how fat they were back in the day, but now everybody's fat. But people have been doing that forever. It hasn't fucking changed. The difference is people speak up against it now, right? Because they want to be the hero for followers. It's for fame. It's for attention. It's not for. It's not going to do anything. Absolutely fucking nothing over time. It's the same shit. Because when someone closes their door, you can't control what they think and what they feel. If you're standing out there right now trying to tell someone that, well, you're wrong because of this, and this is, you should be tolerant of this, you should be this, you should be that, telling they should be anything, you're fucked. Okay? You are a fucked up person telling them they should be anything. You should say, this is what I am. This is what I believe. It's how I live my life. Anybody interested in it, hit me up. We'll talk about it. That's cool. Not trying to force everybody, everything down everybody's fucking throats to conform to what you want. Because I'm telling you right now, whatever you're trying to do, someday there's going to be fucking somebody that comes along. And it might be political. And they're going to shove something down your fucking throat that you're not going to fucking like. And you're going to be like, I don't want to do that. That's not how I think. It's not how I feel. It's not right for me. And you're going to be forced to do that shit. Whatever it is. Like they're trying to do that with guns now. They're trying to take guns away. Virginia's a fucking sanctuary city for guns now. This is a fucking state that basically you can own fucking AR-15s, you can own fucking whatever you want here. And they have told the fucking government, we will not enforce the fucking laws that you are fucking passing because they're against the Constitution, right? They're not telling people, because the government's telling everybody, well, we want to do this and you have to do this because we said so. So we got a Constitution. I don't want to do that. I have an AR-15. I'm not fucking hurting anybody. Why the fuck do I have to give my gun up because some fucking knucklehead did it? That's not fair. But they're trying to conform it. What's happening is people fighting back. Now, Virginia says they've deputized a bunch of people from the fucking sheriff. They've also called in these militias to fight back. And if the government steps 1 foot, the fucking National Guard, they'll be met with resistance from these motherfuckers. And these motherfuckers are ready to kill them for trying to make them think a different way and walking into their state and force them to do something they don't want to do. And they're collectively doing it. It's the whole fucking state now. So I'm like, this is crazy. Like, the government's trying to conform this. We got people fighting about fucking race. People fighting about fucking veganism. People fighting about fucking whether we are going to war, we're not. Everybody's fighting about everything, trying to make everybody see the light. Everybody has to see the light and tolerate, and we need to become a world of tolerance. Tolerance means educating people and then letting people do what they fucking want to do and not fucking with them and them not fucking with you. So a lot of this shit can be curtailed by you leaving people the fuck alone, all right? Like Colin Kaepernick, right? He's a fucking perfect example. This motherfucker wore a pair of socks that depicts cops as pigs. I don't agree with that. Did I fucking damn the guy for it? No, he can wear whatever the fuck he wants. He lives in America. Him trying to force people to think his way is non-American. That motherfucker is trying to be, I want to say communist, but he's trying to be conforming people into what he believes. And what's happening is some people are with it and some people are not. But there's no fucking way that you're going to conform everybody to what he's not going to do it. He has failed thus far. He has opened some eyes of few people, very few, for what it has cost him. But this fight he's fighting is an uphill battle trying to push a giant fucking boulder up it. He's not going to make it to the top. It's just that simple. You cannot force people to do what you want them to do by any means. Kneeling, wearing fucking socks. More power to the guy for doing what he wants to fucking do. And he paid the price with his fucking career. Many of his fans walked away. He paid the price, but he's doing what he wants to fucking do. But he could also do that without pushing people to see his view. Without trying to force people to think like him. He can get it across and say, this is the way I feel. He said, because I watched one of his fucking things. He's like, well, people should look like this, and this shouldn't be like that, and that shouldn't. Who the fuck are you to tell what should and shouldn't be? No offense, but what should and shouldn't be in your fucking house, that's what you got control over. Okay? So do what is right for you. Whatever the fuck else happens out there. Because I guarantee that Colin Kaepernick doesn't like someone else because, well, he doesn't like, cops. There are good cops out there, not just bad ones, right? But he wears the fucking socks depicting all cops as pigs. It doesn't say bad cops on it with the pig. It just has police officers depicted as pigs. So therefore, he is fucking with the cops that are good cops because in his eyes, all cops are fucking bad. That's what he thinks. Other people don't think like that. So him wearing those socks, some people got behind it, some people were offended. You know why? Because some people don't believe what he believes. They don't fucking feel like that. So I'm sitting back and going, all this shit about this tolerance is ego. It's fucking ego-driven. It's ego-driven to the fact that people think they can change people's minds by arguing. They think they can conform people. I'll tell you right now, I grew up in a Portuguese household. You are not changing someone's fucking mind with an argument. You could argue till you're blue in the face and die. That person's mind won't be fucking changed unless they want to change their mind and were thinking about it before you even walked into the picture. All right? If they fucking hate vegans or fine, if they hate vegans and you come into the picture and be like fucking, you need to eat meat, you need to do this, you need to do that, and they fucking fight back, all that's going to happen is a fucking fight. You are not going to change anyone's mind into not hating vegans. You're not going to change vegans' minds into all of a sudden wanting to eat meat. You know what I mean? You can't do it. It's these battles that will never end. And tolerance means calming the fuck down, going to your own corners, chilling the fuck out, getting control over yourself first. Because most of these people arguing don't have controls over themselves. They don't have control over their mind, body, nothing. They're just out there fucking flailing in the wind, trying to start shit. So hopefully everybody agrees with them. They become the king of their fucking thing that they're trying to put out there. King of their agenda, right? This is our fucking agenda. So I'm going to be the fucking king and preach it. Everybody's going to love me for it. Instead of going back home saying, you know what? I live my life like this, I raise my kids like this, I do my thing like this. Whoever also does this, cool, I'm down with that. But if you don't, hey, I'm down with that too. You're entitled to your opinion, you're entitled to the way you think, you're entitled to fucking the way you raise your kids, you're entitled to what car you drive. There are people that are fucking snobs, like they'll get into argument, Ford, Chevy, not Ford, and they'll argue about which car's better. Who gives a fuck? You like Ford, you like Chevy, shut the fuck up. Like, what is your problem? Like, it's amazing that we're going into 2020, everybody's so fucking bickering about shit, right? Everybody's ego is so big that they gotta be right and make everybody think like them that they're not even out there living life. They're too busy being pissed off trying to change people's fucking minds because who the fuck are they? Who made them God? Nobody. So my thing, guys, here's the deal. Do whatever the fuck you want to do. As long as you're not physically harming someone or emotionally harming them, right? Me eating a fucking cheeseburger inside of a fucking restaurant where there's no vegans is not emotionally harming a fucking vegan. Okay? If I took a fucking cheeseburger and sat in front of a vegan restaurant and ate it, now I am. So that's fucking wrong. So you go to Burger King, eat the fucking burger in Burger King. Don't go to the vegan restaurant. You like vegan food? Eat the vegan food in the restaurant. Don't go near the fucking, just don't go there. But we should be able to go, we can go wherever the fuck we want. You can, go. But you have to respect that you're walking into Burger King and that's their fucking house. They serve meat. They also serve the Impossible Whopper. But they serve meat. That's their fucking house. When you walk in there, you're a guest in their fucking house. Right? You don't understand that. If I walk into a vegan restaurant, I'm a guest in their fucking house. I don't start going in there like, it'd be good if you threw some turkey in it. Why would you do that? Be respectful, because you should be. That's one thing that fucking we should fucking pay attention to. Be respectful over everybody and everything, so that at least you have some respect for it, right? Every single time I go to eat something, I don't say the prayer aloud. I say a little prayer in my head, showing respect for the food, for the rain that gave it, everything. That's very, very hippie-like, but that's where I'm at in my life. But I've never been so clearly thought-provoked in my entire life about why this fucking bullshit is going on. Like, once you get to a certain point where you start using logic and take emotion out of things, like, you guys know me for being emotional. You don't know me for being logical. I've gone through that change in the last couple of years where I'm logical. When you look at things through logic and take emotion out of it, you see things very clearly. You look at these two people fighting, and you go, why can't you two get along? Why can't you guys just see what the other one sees? I see the vegan's point, and I see the fucking meat eater's point, and I see the black person's point, and I see the white person's point, and the Asian's point, and I see the tall person's point, and the short person's, and I see the fat person's point. It doesn't fucking matter. I see the dog's point, the cat's point, like fucking, you have to be able to see everyone else's point. You don't have to agree with them, but you also don't have to push your views and your fucking tastes on them either. So you guys want to talk about tolerance, you want to talk about changing the world, and changing the world starts with fucking you. It doesn't start with trying to get someone else's mind changed based on what you fucking think. It starts with you being tolerant, meaning you stop giving a fuck that someone else doesn't follow you in the way that you want to live. Okay? That's what tolerance is. Tolerance is you not seeing eye to eye and being like, I'm not going to change their mind. That's their fucking deal. Fuck it. That's for them. All right? That's not for me. That's for them. That's tolerance. Tolerance is not, I'm going to stand there and protest until these people finally give in and say, no, I won't eat meat anymore. Then we'll have a tolerant society. No. We'll have a conformed society to what your ideals and your ideas are. And you want everybody to be like you. That's what you want? Be careful, because you might get what you ask for. Having a whole fucking world of someone like you, like yourself, could be very fucking different than what you think it is. But the bottom line is, guys, I preach, do your own thing. Be yourself. Don't fucking listen to other people. If you have a question, if you have some knowledge you want, seek it out, because the knowledge is out there. But don't go fucking with somebody. Don't go out there and fuck with them on their home turf. Don't go out there and fuck up with their, their fucking businesses. Don't go fucking out there and fuck with someone because they have a skin color you don't like. If you don't have it, like, don't fuck with them. Just walk by and say, I don't like your fucking skin color. Oh, fucking well, do your thing. Just leave it alone. Stop fucking fighting. Stop arguing. Stop trying to make each other fucking see the way that you see. Because that's not fucking happening. It's like the war on drugs. It is not fucking working. We're doing all this dumb shit in this country, and I blame politicians because we're going to preach tolerance, and we're going to have the war on drugs. None of this shit's worked. 44 years I've turned this year. 44. I've watched all this shit fucking fail for 44 fucking years, and all these young motherfuckers think they have the answer. Oh, you're going to fucking push this and this, and everybody will see the light. No, they won't. What's happening is more and more is like, I keep using the vegan thing, but there are just vegan options inside places that sell meat. Done. But you never see meat in a place that sells vegan things, right? That's not tolerant. That's conformity. The meat restaurant that's serving vegan options is being tolerant and giving their customers other things so they can be better for everybody. Burger King case in point. But you're never going to go to a vegan restaurant and they say, well, we serve one burger for people that want meat. That's not tolerance, okay? That's holding your ground to try to make people change and conform to what you want, right? We should be able to walk into a restaurant and get a vegan dish, a meat eater's dish, a vegetarian dish, a pescatarian dish, a fucking dog food, whatever the fuck, everything. We should be able to walk in there and get everything and not fucking feel like, well, I have to go to this certain restaurant because I can't go to the other one. My wife likes that one, but they don't serve this because I'm such a fucking asshole because I ate a burger. No, that's not tolerance. You fucking vegans are out there preaching tolerance, and you're the worst ones shoving everything down people's throats trying to get them to conform to your beliefs. Look in the fucking mirror. That's where change starts. You want to help the animals? Change your attitude first. BioStrengthTraining@gmail.com. Leave comments down below. Don't fight. BioStrength.com is a blog. It's, again, these are not my views, bicep, but just logical facts. And we are out.